Okay, I figured today I'm going to try to give you a quick walk through the architecture, with this idea of bridges. Right? Bridges are beautiful things. So, look at the graphic below of the architecture in the galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy. Eventually, I'll weave this into a movie. I'm learning. I'm getting better. But for now, this will work for now, I think. So what we're talking about is we have to recognize that and agree to a large extent that there is a divine flow through everything. It's this rotation and spin, and that we're part of it. We are intricately connected. We're an extension of it, and it is magical. So we're magical. So we have to wake up to this and feel who we really are. Powerful. Creators of worlds. We can create worlds if we stand up together enough and say that's what we want. So what this architecture is bridges. So first is the bridge from the bridge. It's from the heart to the head, or the head to the heart. It's this connection. It's 6-8 inches. It's that bridge. So understand that your heart is your energetic center. It's a 0 point in your electromagnetic field, which is real, even though you can't sense it with your 5 senses. Really, maybe we can, but mostly not. But there's an electromagnetic field that is non-physical that goes around, which is definitely part of us, and its center is the heart. So the gateway to everything is through the heart, and when the heart is in the flow, the energetic resonance with the creative, the flow, the divine flow, then it entrains the brain. And the brain, unbelievable physiological, hormonal, imaginative, what Napoleon Hill called infinite intelligence. So that's ASF, by the way, the first thing that we all have to do, ASF. And it's the first arm of the action. It's in this action, there is a little bit, you got to do some work here. You gotta go to places that may not feel comfortable. That in the bizarre world, in the false narrative, acquiesced world, we don't have to go. We're invited not to go. Because if we went there, we'd figure things out, and we understand that we actually do have the power in every moment to turn this whole thing around. So ASF is the beginning. It is the solid foundation. It's the first action we take. It's our responsibility that we take. We don't do it for our own, we do it for ourselves, but we do it for ourselves because if we don't, then we're going to be irresponsible to each other. We're going to be irresponsible to each other. We're going to project our self-loathing in the world and help sabotage real efforts for people to make a difference, even our own, at some point. So it's our first and I've got it a first practice, and I've got it down to a work process of 6 weeks, 6 people, a facilitator and an assistant to the facilitator, that I'm offering open source in the gifting economy, in a fair exchange gifting economy. I have trust that other people want to make gifts too, and that I might benefit from some of those gifts. And then if everyone's gift making and their life purpose, their own inspiration is guiding them to the exploration, into the gift making, and the giving and the receiving becomes this flourishing and thriving. Naturally, overwhelmingly, it becomes the point where there's no struggle anymore. Except the fun of the struggle into the exploration and the fun and the bouncing around and the contrast and the mistakes and the great discoveries that are very thrilling in the adventure. That still happens, very active. So that's ASF. ARC basically says rescue the children, because the children already know, they already have the adventure explorer spirit. We have to ASF ourselves to remember it. The children already have it. So what this is an intentional conscious project to create an environment for children such that they are able to hold on to that and become resilient to attacks and usurpations of it, and unleashed, unfettered in their natural adventure explorer spirit, they're going to discover things that are just amazing. They're going to help all of us, the whole world. And they're going to teach us how to do that in a community, in a global community, but in a local community that then shows how it can be replicated in a global community. Each local community does their own magic, but the best practices in all of that magic making is provided to all communities, open source gifting. So just imagine, it's a different world. It's a 180-degree shift from thinking in terms of monetization and economic competition. It's not. It's economic collaboration. It's economic. It's beautifully balancing. It means we can grow and increase our balance as we grow, which is the opposite of what we're experiencing now. So anyway, so that's what this architecture is about. So beautifully the children with their type 3s, and there's type 1, type 2, type 3 enrichments in this school-wide enrichment model, which is based on 30 years of wisdom and proven that you can transform a school into unleashed self-generated adventures in 3 years, they say. If you're on it. Now, what does it mean to be on it? Well, I think that's a great question. There are 98,000 schools in the United States. Why can't we transform them all in the next 3 to 5 years? What an incredible job opportunity that would be, but it wouldn't be a job. People would come to it because they want to give to see it happen, because they know, and it's very selfish that the children come out of it. They're going to overflow into the community with all these type 3 energies, and the community is going to start to say, ooh, all right, what am I excited about? What kind of gifts can I provide? So the students will teach each other, and the students will teach the adults in the community. So to see the waterfall effect, but ASF never goes away. You don't want to engage with other people on a project to do anything. Especially something that matters, because you can start with the best intentions. If you don't ASF, there's a high risk that you're going to implode at some point and not realize the whole vision. So very critical throughout. And the thing is, it's about standing up in our hearts and knowing the power of the people is standing up in our numbers. We have very, very, very huge numbers. And when we stand up and we have this mentality of we agree of something we want in the world, and we stand up with as many as it takes, in our hearts, together, in agreement on something that we really want, we'll get it easily. Ease, grace, and fun. So that's what this architecture is about. It's about making that transition, ease, grace, and fun, from fear to compassion. It's all about intentional. You're looking at appreciation of things. You're looking to find beautiful things, and then more beautiful things will come into our life as we make this world what we want to see in it. We make the world what we want to see together. Until next time, take care.